Hi,
Hi,
I am Terry Davis,
and I'm Jenni Hayes.
and we are the
Style Sisters.
We are coming to you today to share with you our new journey as we onboard into the LuLaRoe family.
So we just wanted to introduce ourselves a little bit and talk to you about our decision to join LuLaRoe, and also give you some of the details of the process we've been going through. This will be for really for those of you who are thinking about doing this and you just kind of want to know how it's going to work.
Kind of like us, we have been stalking YouTube, but what we did find is that a lot of those videos are really old now, and something that we wanted to know was, what's it like now?
Today.
Now that they have 75,000 consultants with the company, what's the reality of the company? So we decided we're going to do our own video series to kind of document our journey, to maybe help somebody else out there.
All right, so as I said, my name is Jenni. I'm a teacher, and I also sing part-time on the weekends, and I do sometimes a few other odd jobs along the way. So I've been pretty busy in my life so far.
And I work full-time as a workers' comp adjuster. So I also am very busy, and I do a lot of overtime to kind of supplement my income. But we made the decision to jump into LuLaRoe to kind of help contain some of that for both of us. And we just thought it was going to be fun to work together. So
yeah, we've been talking about coming up with some kind of family business for a long time. We're only 10 months apart, so we're really close. We bicker like sisters, but we're also best friends, and
we hated each other for the first 20 years of our lives.
Probably.
Let's be honest.
I don't think we hated each other, but we did not get along.
We kind of hated each other.
So we've come a long way since then. And you will see the sister side of us, I'm sure.
Yeah, a lot. Well, what started us down this journey was Jenni. I didn't know anything about LuLaRoe, and Jenni had some exposure. You'll have to tell them how that came about. I don't even know that.
Well, actually, I went to a cookie exchange with one of my friends, and at the cookie exchange, they had a LuLaRoe consultant, Gina, who happens to be our sponsor. And that was my first ever LuLaRoe experience. I had actually gone to an online LuLaRoe party, and that was cool, and I actually ordered something from that party, but I hadn't even gotten that yet before I went to the live sale with Gina. So I got a chance to touch the clothes, try on the clothes, see some people already wearing the clothes, and it really just sparked my interest. Several teachers at my school were already wearing the clothing and talking to me about it, but I hadn't gotten a chance to try it until that day.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that. You might know that LuLaRoe is known for their leggings. Through my exposure now, I've learned that there's a whole lot more to LuLaRoe.
Yep, I'm wearing a Carly, one of my favorites.
Yep. I don't have it on today, but I have a Randy that I adore. And I can't wait to get started so I can get more. But there's a whole lot more to LuLaRoe than just leggings. If you're not a leggings person, don't worry. There's something for everybody there. But Jenni, once she fell in love with the product, she really decided this sounded like something she wanted to do. She talked to Gina and realized, there's some money to be made in LuLaRoe, and why are we passing up this opportunity? Or why is she passing up the opportunity? And so she started talking to me about it, thinking that she would get involved. And then through that conversation and my researching it, kind of really with the intent to just help her make the decision, I kind of interjected myself into the conversation.
Yeah, so one day she called me and she was like, what do you think if we did it together? And so we have born Style Sisters, and now we've officially created an LLC, so we have an official company. We're in the process of doing all the steps that we need to do in order to make that happen. So that's kind of what we want to talk to you about a little bit today. We want to talk to you about, now that we've made the decision, what have we done with that information, and what are the process steps?
Yeah, we got into what's called the queue. It's basically like the waiting list to join LuLaRoe. There is an extensive waiting list, which is a great sign, especially for us, because that means the business is still building exponentially.
But we also the waiting time is actually really good because it's given us time to prepare ourselves. It's not just all the physical things that we need to do, but we need to start planning. We need to
adjust our schedules.
Talk about schedules, decide who we want to be as a company team. So it gave us some internal planning time,
And
not
time to
just
research. Time to
absolutely
stalk YouTube.
We made a business plan.
Oh yes.
Yep. So we wrote a business plan. I know you can't really see much of it.
There you go. It's real. It's legit. We did it all the way. If we were going to do this, it's a big investment. It's a lot of money. This is not like, joining Avon or Scentsy or 31 Bags where you're spending 100, maybe 300 on a really expensive company. This is, we're talking thousands of dollars. So
right. So it's not a shop online where we don't have to provide you the inventory. You can shop online, but when you shop online, you're still shopping directly with us. So we understand that there was that financial commitment to buy your inventory.
Yeah, so goals and planning were critical for us. And we actually would recommend that to anyone starting any true business adventure because, if you don't have a goal, you don't know where you're going. So you'll fall into those pitfalls, or the ebbs and flows of business will begin to stress you if you don't launch as quick or if you don't sell as much as you want. Without having that goal to reach, it doesn't help motivate you to move forward. So first tip, set a business plan.
So honestly, that was the first thing after we made the verbal decision together to combine forces and do this together. The business plan was the next step, and mostly my sister wrote it. She found some templates that she liked, pieced them together to create the business plan that was best for us. And then she would call me and say, what do you think about this? How is this? Some of it we read over together, or she would email it to me. And so at the end, we came to an agreement on our business plan. And it's not perfect, and a business plan isn't necessarily going to be perfect. It should be a living document that you change and modify. You should go back and revisit it. What is working, what's not working, and where do you want to change it and grow from there? So it's okay if it's not perfect.
It's a tool.
But when you write down your goals and you decide on paper and physical form, this is what you want to do, then you can start seeing those things come to life.
Because if you get lost or if you start getting frustrated, you can go back to that and realize when you were excited and you were ready to go, okay, hold on, this was our plan, this is our thought, we haven't done this, let's go back to the plan. Or, okay, we've been following the plan to a T, it's not working.
Right.
So let's change this piece, or let's change this piece.
So then once we had the business plan, the next step was to decide where we were going to get the money.
Financing, the
Daddy.
scary part.
And we discussed all our options. We talked about credit cards, taking out a business loan.
Credit cards are scary, people.
And
I don't know about you, but I've been in trouble with credit cards. They're scary, and we really didn't want to go down that avenue if we didn't have to. A lot of people do.
And I'm not saying the credit card is not a good thing, because for some people it's perfect, but for us, that wasn't the first direction we wanted to go. And we were lucky because our dad is in a position where he can help us. It's not like our dad's rich, but my dad is a single man at this point in his life, and he has some disposable income. So
better to pay dad back than pay
right. And we took a loan from dad. We did not get the money, so we have a plan to pay him back. He's going to earn interest on his money. We gave him a schedule of payment.
We signed a contract.
We signed a contract.
Upon his death, these are the instructions.
Yep, he wanted it in the contract that upon his death, this is how you're going to deal with it.
So this is legit business. This is not a joke for us. This is not a, oh no, let's just try this. We're jumping in. We're ready. We're committed. We know it's going to be a lot of time and a lot of energy, and we're ready to do it.
So I also wanted to talk to you about something that we decided not to do, and this is something that Terry and I actually discussed. And what happens is the excitement is there. You've made your decision. You've got your financing. Let's go spend it. But
let's get our LuLaRoe set up.
Right, let's get our LuLaRoe set up. And I said, hold on, wait a second. We need to just take a step back. I don't want to spend one single dime until we have our official onboard, because when you onboard, you need to understand that in the agreement, it states that you are not guaranteed to onboard just because you've signed this paper. So we wanted to make sure that we are actually officially onboarded before we spend that money. Once we spend it, we have to pay it back. So We should be hopefully onboarding by the end of this week or Monday or Tuesday, which Monday or Tuesday is what we're really hoping for. And then once that official call comes in, then we're going to go start doing our shopping.
Because it's going to be a good week before we get our product. So you guys probably all know Amazon's probably where we're going to get most of our stuff. We've done all the research.
We've already put it in a cart, so it's waiting for us.
You
So
know,
all we have to do is click send and buy.
We've been doing the price comparison. I know you can get some stuff cheaper if you're willing to venture into eBay.
Sure, a few dollars here or there, but for free shipping,
And
because we have
the
Amazon free shipping.
The true time delays that are concerned, my experiences with eBay is shipping is always, you just never know when you're going to get it.
And these are all business decisions you need to make as a business owner or team, or if you're solo or with your husband or spouse or whatever. For us, we're going to get most of our stuff on Amazon. So we're not going to tell you the whole list of everything that we're going to get today because we haven't gotten it yet. But when we do purchase it, we'll go ahead and share our list and
we'll
tell
come
you
back. We'll
how
give an
much we
update.
spent, where we got it.
What did we buy? What was smart? What was dumb?
We've gotten some ideas watching other people's videos. They've made suggestions to make sure you get this. Some people didn't buy things like maybe a mannequin, and they've been fine without it. We're making a decision: do we or don't we want to buy the mannequin?
Right.
So those are some of the choices that we're still working on.
And LuLaRoe gives you a welcome kit with some supplies in it, and it is our understanding that kit's changed over time. They used to give rack cards, and you just don't know what's going to actually be in that box until you get it. So we don't want to go out and spend money necessarily on all these printing supplies or things that maybe we're going to get anyway. So we're just trying to play it smart.
One thing we did do is we did design our own business card.
Yay!
And we're in the process of submitting that to LuLaRoe so we can get it approved, and hopefully they say yes because we love it and we're excited. There are already pre-approved business cards available on Etsy and some other websites. So you don't have to go through that process. That was just something we as a sister team really wanted. We wanted something that represented us, something
and
that...
to differentiate ourselves, because that's key. There are 75,000 other consultants out there, and if they all bought their cards from Etsy and there's 3 or 4 designs, we wanted to stand out a little bit, and because branding yourself is just as important as promoting the brand that you're selling.
Right.
And this is one of our ways. So right now we're crossing our fingers that it gets approved.
Yes, because it's awesome.
We'll let you know that too on our next video.
Yes, and we'll show it to you because it's so awesome.
And let you know the process we went through. We used Vistaprint was awesome helping get it designed.
Yeah, they helped us design our logo. See, we wanted our own personalized logo. So that's why we went to Vistaprint. And if you have an idea already and you just need small changes, it's only $5. And that $5 gets applied as a credit to your purchase when you actually order your cards with them. So it's a great deal.
But we'll see if that's how we end up once
Right.
the approval or denial or the changes recommended. We don't know what's going to happen yet.
There are some specific requirements when you do any printing items. So that's one challenge we're having because some of the fonts are not available on some companies. So that's why we're hoping we can get it done with the correct fonts and get it approved. So what are our expectations?
Financially speaking, we have set in our business plan what I consider realistic goals, but I think for our business purpose, for our motivation purpose, we also have our lofty goal. Truth be told, we want to cruise qualify our first month. If you know anything about LuLaRoe, the goal is to go on a free cruise by selling product. And we want to hit that. We think it's absolutely possible to hit that, but because we're borrowing money, we had to set realistic expectations for our lender for the payback.
Right.
So we've done both.
So the cruise qualifying goal, just so you know what it is, $12,000 in sales per month, and you have to do that for 6 out of 8 months.
Now we know at the beginning we're going to have close to 500 pieces. I think it's 490 pieces that we're getting up front because we're buying the smallest package that you can buy, but then we're going to supplement by adding some leggings and possibly some other things. Because there are certain sizes that don't come with your initial package, like I think the really big sizes and the really small sizes. So we definitely want to have those. We've actually had some people already ask for them. But we know that really to meet our goals, we know how many pieces we need to sell every month. Really to do that, we're going to have to expand our inventory. So for the first several months, our goals are to cruise qualify and to build inventory. So it's not going to be a big money-making business. Oh, and obviously, and to pay back our loan.
Our loan.
That's the
pay
first,
back our loan.
first priority.
We've made a plan to pay back the loan within 4 months. So that means we're going to have to be working hard from day one.
Yeah. And we're ready. I mean, we know it's work, and we know we have full-time jobs, but, we're setting a schedule, and we're going to hold each other to our expectations. We won't always be physically together to do it, but as long as we make sure we're available for the business, I think it'll work. I don't think we'll have problems.
And going forward from here, we want to share our journey with you. We'll probably do maybe a quick video after we get our onboard call because we'll be super excited.
We're going to share with you.
I know. And then, we'll try to check in once a month or when something big happens or when there's something exciting to share.
And if it gets crazy, you may see us weekly. I mean, because we want you to understand our journey. We want you to realize what the reality of this is.
So
in
if you make a decision
2017.
to do it, then you know what you're getting into.
Currently.
Absolutely.
Not from a year or 2 years ago when there wasn't really any people out there.
Or even 4 months ago because things have changed since then.
Yeah.
And that's normal. The business is growing and it's changing and they're improving all the time. And that's good for us. But it also lets you know that there's new people out there that are still getting in and they're sharing their progress and their story with you.
And we'll add a link to our Facebook group. We are in the process of growing our social media. So we're brand new. So we're setting up Instagram and all the other social medias, but we're not publishing them yet because we're trying to get it all
Baby steps
set up first so that it's a professional approach. But our Facebook group is up and running. We do have, I think, a good handful of people in there already.
Yeah.
We did think we had a couple more weeks.
But it's going fast. They're onboarding really fast this month.
So we'd love to have you in our group. Come
Subscribe
shop with
to
us.
our YouTube videos so
Yeah,
you can follow
us.
our videos. And a matter of fact, on our YouTube channel, we'll post our Facebook link. So definitely follow us there. Shop with us.
And if you have questions, put
Message
questions.
us.
Yeah. We'll put our email in there too. Send us an email. I don't know if we mentioned this, but we did file for an LLC. We are not doing this as an individual. We're actually an actual business entity through LuLaRoe. So we did have some extra steps to file for our LLC and our tax ID.
Yeah, so if you have any questions about that stuff, we're happy to help you with that. That stuff was actually pretty easy. So we'd be happy to share that if you have questions. If you do want to do a joint partnership and have, a company set up, it's no big deal.
Yeah, well, it sounds scary because you're like, oh my goodness, it's legal, but it really was easier.
I know,
than
when we got the email, it's a little anticlimactic, but I was like, oh my gosh, we're officially a business.
Yeah, so, all right, well, that's it. We're going to let you go for tonight. Have a great night. Thank you for watching our video.
And we hope you subscribe,
We
follow
hope to
us
see you
along
on
our journey.
Facebook.
Yep, join our page, Style Sisters.
All right, have a good night, everybody.